Very odd. Barely cold. Is we cold due to wind chill? I could swap jackets out. Isn't protection dealt though? The only thing I'm really gaining is potentially water protection, because protection is total protection had by clothes, not just the outer layer, correct? For like damage from animals. Or am I wrong on that? You know, I've played so much of the Long Dark, there's some of these smaller things that I'm just woefully unaware of. The only thing I'm absolutely positive of is I have a gun, and no matter what animal you kill, if you quarter it, those bags decay at 10% a day, indoors or outdoors. Well, I think I've made some decent time on this challenge so far. What do you think? Trying to think if there's a way I could have done it faster. Sans the 2-hour detour in Pleasant Valley. I don't really know if there's much I could do to make it go faster. Unless I just did the full-on naked, no cares given attempt. Isn't there a waffle up in this area too? I think so. I don't see him. I need to do some more Interloper. I haven't done Interloper in forever. Been too busy. I should have some done this weekend though, so we'll have more through the next couple of weeks. I mean, I say I haven't done it, I mean for YouTube. I do have some recordings ready to get done, but not actually published yet. Or even edited yet. Because I'm a lazy schmuck. Okay, if you guys have never used a stim in your life, let me show you what it's like. Imagine drinking all the coffee in the... Have you seen Over the Hedge and Hammy when he drinks the mock something or other caffeine drink? This is what happens when you use a stim. You grab your arm. Whee! And you nearly pass out from the increased heartbeat. Good old shot of epinephrine or adrenaline or some crap. Infinite sprint! The only drawback to infinite energy is it's not actually infinite energy. It's short-term energy. And when it runs out, well, you'll see. Wrong turn. Can I just come through this way? Yeah, this is what happens when it runs out. You are immediately dog tired, completely 100%. No going back tired. That's a stim. Oh, it also adds some health to you. I think it's like 20% health or 15%, something like that. Negligible amount of condition. Well, I can't say negligible, but not a super large amount. Of course, now we're draining condition at the rate of like, what, 3%? And no, 1% an hour, isn't it? For being tired. But we got a free rope climb out of it and a good sprinty through the cave. Now we could blow 2 stims. Alright, poll time. Do we sleep at the cave, exit, and recover for the 3rd rope climb? Or do we continue to travel, as we are now, and use a 2nd stim for the 3rd rope climb? It's not a far journey to the next rope climb. I'm not sure which would be faster. I feel like my walking speed's unaffected by being completely fatigued. The only problem is if we run into a wolf, but we're wolf free up here. So the question is, do we turn and burn 2 stims? Alright, there's 1 vote for 2 stims. Do we have a 2nd vote? Because we have 3 stims. I still have a stim to spare if we use 3. Or 2, I mean. If we go to meds. So do we burn 2 stims? We got 1 vote for it. Okie dokie. I guess that's a 2nd vote. I'll take it as a 2nd vote. We'll still have a 3rd stim for any other unforeseen emergencies, accidents, etc. I remember when the walk speed in the game used to be faster, but you didn't have sprint. It was shortly before I bought the game that was the case. I remember, like, I think it was a month after I bought the game, or a month before I bought the game or something, or 2 months or 3 months before I bought the game, that they made the change to have slower walk speed, but also a sprint system. Originally, it was balanced differently than it ends up being now. I remember that caused a lot of uproar in the community. People were like, "Wee, I can't walk as fast anymore. What have you done to me?" Oh, dang. That would be quite the exchange. I think the end result will be equal. I'll still have 1,000 bits of energy left. Yeah, see how short of a hike it is to the 3rd rope climb? It's just out of the cave and around the corner. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill, 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 Bill!
Feels like night is coming.
Feels like night is coming? I'd say night is here, sweetheart. Where have you been? Oh, that's the speedy rope climb. If you drop that rope climb, you can avoid going through the cave and around. Although, oh well. No, not quite. This is the 3rd rope climb. This is what I needed the other stim for, either to sleep or to stim. That was the question, sleep or stim. Sleep to get fatigue to climb this, or stim it. And the vote came out to, let's stim it! And there's no drawback to double stimming, or triple stimming. In fact, in one of my science sandboxes, I modded in, I think it was 100 stims, and used 100 of them in a row for no drawback. You could literally just stim and stim and stim and stim. No problemos. I feel like if you were to stim too many times in a row, you would bust your body. Like, this isn't exactly healthy for you. Even 1 shot of this is not healthy for you. It sure sounds like it's going to as soon as you pop it. You go from hearing nothing to... Do you have any latent aneurysms that haven't exploded in your brain already, or blood clots somewhere? Well, you've just guaranteed they're moving or exploding now. Alright, we've reached the summit. And... literally under a certain amount of time. I couldn't tell you what. There's the thing over here. We'll open the crates in the morning once we've recovered. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? You can't see the thing. It's too dark. There's the thing. Oh yeah, the total trip time is just... and it gives you all the flares. Alright, we're not worried about weight consumption anymore. I'm trying to remember which one of these is the clothing container. It doesn't matter, we don't need clothes. So guess what? I say screw it. You know what I say screw it to still? Even further? What we're gonna screw even further? Screw resting at the top of the summit. We'll make it all the way back to Mountaineer's Hut so we don't need a fire. We're gonna scrim down the face of the mountain. It only takes about 5 minutes of in-game time. Which means we can ixnay this, and we can also eat some FUD. What to eat? Which MRE haven't I finished eating yet? This one. Now I think supposedly there's a way you could Skyrim up the entire face of the mountain, but I'm not certain if that's actually possible or not. I know it's been attempted. Oh, I'm pushing my luck. I don't know if you've ever watched me play anything besides Interloper. On Interloper, I don't touch anything. Every other game mode, I push my luck. We're pushing my luck. Well, the worst that can happen... I feel like I have good angel and demon on my shoulders right now. And one of them is egging on my already not good ideas. And the other one is like, no, no, no. Listen here, I'm your conscience. We need to calm down. We need to reevaluate. On the other side we have, do it, do it, do it. Anyway, now Skyriming down the face of the mountain is a super easy task. I don't know if you guys have ever done it before. If you haven't, here's how. You get down under the belly of the plane, just off to the left-hand side of it if you're coming up from the summit, from the rope. As you approach the plane, go to the right-hand side of it. Then you cross down under it, and you have this wonderful little slope, which is not terribly hard to navigate. Once you reach these rocks, look, we're facing Echo Ravine. We turn away from Echo Ravine. And we go this way. This way leads us to a slight little rock formation you gotta dodge over. And you just gotta be careful about your next route selection. You've gotta go all the way over. Be very careful not to fall until I think we go even further. No, this is the down section. And then you very carefully crouch and Skyrim your way down, just gently tapping the arrow keys. Or if you're on a controller, I guess your joystick. Until you can get down over to this little cleft right here. And then you're on snow. Now we're heading back into wolf territory, which is why I have the boomstick out. The venerable, powerful boomsticker of scariness. Wolves hate him. See this one simple trick. We got a bunny rabbit. Alright, here comes sketch territory. Wow, night literally just fell like a couple hours ago and I'm already back off the summit. I snagged my flare gun and that's it. We're done. We are heavily fatigued, so if we get hit by a wolf, we're dead. That's the long and short of it, guaranteed. Wait, you've never Skyrim down the face of a mountain before, Space Jeans? You could literally load up till you can barely inch forward and get it all down to that drop-off point right there, and then lighten up so you can actually walk back at a decent speed to Mountaineer's Hut, and then just make the short run back up. Oh, there's blood in this cave. Oh no, it's a branch. I don't know why I thought that was blood. I'm an idiot. Oh, well. I guess this is your wake-up call. Capital One calling, what's in your wallet? Add Skyriming. No wolf up here yet, which is surprising. But yeah, you could make a run up to the top of the summit. You could get out deer clearing through Echo Ravine and cart all of that to a safe location or somewhere for a drop point. You can get those crates that are up that way at another point in time and get them down via a different route. And then you can just make one run to the top of the summit and get all the major good loot, just the good loot. And you can bum it down the mountain as quick as you please. just by skyrimming it down. You can load up to, I think, like, if you have a moose hide satchel, I think you can load up to like 125 or 130 pounds. Convert to kilos at your both of those you can do to convert to kilos at your leisure. Anyway, I think it's like 125 or 130 pounds you can load up with a moose hide satchel, which is the majority of good loot. Like if you just leave on your back for your final run to the summit, just the clothes on your back and maybe the stress pistol for warding off animals on your way up. And we have one wolf to contend with, and we're gonna follow Space Gene's rule of blast everything. Go on a murderous rampage. You could get most of it down the mountain just by skyrimming. You might need to make 2 trips is all. Alright, this wolf is a little close for comfort, especially if he sights me. We're gonna use the crouch method. Get a little closer to him. We're gonna line the shot up. Ooh, we're fatigued. We may just use this as a noise to scare it instead of actually trying to kill him because... Oh, I hit it! Oh! The reason I'm so happy I hit that wasn't because of the distance of the shot, it's that the fact when you're this fatigued, look at bow sway. Crouching reduces, or rifle sway. Crouching reduces rifle sway. Watch this madness. Being fatigued is ridiculous, which is why I'm surprised snapshotting actually functioned. I have a tutorial for using the rifle, and I talk about snapshotting in it, in which I fell miserably when doing it. And I literally just snapshotted that wolf at total fatigue. I'm a god at TLD. Nunchuckatism. Why are we stopping here? Seriously though, why would we stop at the Mountaineer's hut? We can push it all the way to the abandoned Prepper's cache. We haven't even lost a percentage of condition yet. If we get a blizzard, it'll save us some travel time. Oh, but I can't climb the rope without sleeping. Herder. No, we do need to stop at Mountaineer's hut. I mean, I suppose I could use the 3rd stim. Hold on. We can use the 3rd stim. There's no other ropes to climb to get to Desolation Point. We can use the 3rd stim. All in favor, say aye. Ah, well. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. It won't be a big deal. Look, we're actually warming up. It's 37. Did we check for a moose up here? There might be a moose up here. Grayson says nay. Space Genes, do you say yay? I think I already saw a yay. Yes, I lol. Yep. There's a yay. Yay versus nay. Well, guess which one wins? The demon or the good angel? I'm gonna go ahead and say demon. We're gonna abuse this Jessica's poor little body here for stims. Surprised her heart hasn't exploded yet. It's about to. Honestly though, what would I need a 3rd stim for? I'm not freezing to death. There's no other ropes to climb. There's literally like no other reason to hang on to that stim. There's no wolves between here and the abandoned Prepper's cache, so I'm not worried about getting jumped with terrible wolf or rifle sway. Words. I'm good with words, I promise. I'm a wordsmith. There's none better. You'll never find another one better. Anyway. Yep. Nightly hike with a full moon covered by a thin layer of clouds and the stars in the sky. Mountain lion attack escape. All I see is noun, noun, verb, verb. Are you suggesting a mountain lion attacks and I manage to escape? No, there's no mountain lions in the game yet, although I have the feeling they're working on it. Oh, I forgot to mention. The bear spear is going to be in story mode. The ridiculous, stupid bear challenge, the bear hunting challenge of episode 2. And story mode's getting revamped. Sorry, spoiler alert ahead, spoiler alert ahead, I already broke it. Oh well, too late, whatever. We'll just keep running with it. So they're adding the bear spear that they mentioned in, I think, May's dev diary. For the hunting the bear mission, you've got to kill it with your hot, as Jeremiah would say. Anyway, we'll have the bear spear as an option now. Either required or as an option, I'm not positive. I have a feeling they'd leave it as an option for us to decide. And while he did mention this was in a Milton mailbag dispatch, if you don't know what that is, check Twitter or the Hinterland official forums. It's not privy to Steam users or whatever else. Anyway, mentioned that it's going to be in that position for usage, but has not delineated yet whether or not it will be officially added to Sandbox in that update. I know they're still tweaking and working on it, so we'll have to wait and see. I have a feeling that Bear Spear is going to be pretty heavy, but I imagine the gameplay from it will be far more exhilarating. Also, poor Jessica, we're going to chuck a third stim into her poor arm. I can imagine the effects of the first stim, like the massive fatigue and draining from your body from adrenaline sensory overload, and your heart being super tired from beating that fast. I imagine, you know, from just using one, your body would be heavily drained, but from using two, it would be absolutely battered into just to the ground. Can you imagine shooting 3 in a row just for the sake of getting somewhere a little bit quicker? Oh, do you find it or do you have to craft it? Well, considering it's not in the game yet, we don't know. I would suggest that it would be a craftable, but also a craftable that could be findable in every other mode sans Interloper, or custom game modes that have Interloper level loot tables. Because you can find survival bows, which are craftable, and you can find crafted knives and hatchets, which are, again, craftable, in Stalker and below, just floating about, although much rarer than standard tools. Yeah, it's just a little bit of adrenaline. I mean, adrenaline fatigue and extended periods of adrenaline fatigue leading to, what is it, Hashimoto's syndrome, I think, or something like that. Totally not life-threatening. We're totally not going to have thyroid issues in 10 years, coupled with adrenal fatigue. I mean, right now we have the scrap metal arrowheads. Kind of a waste of one stim just to only make it to the prepper cache, but it saves a bit of time. Oh, I did find the bed in the dark without being able to see it all. Look at that. My fatigue bar is 100% full. Lots of adrenaline. Very good. Give it about 10 more seconds.
I'm so tired. I just lay down right here.
You can lay down right here. It's totally safe. We'll give you the full 10 hours. 10 hours is a bit much. We'll give you 8 hours. We're still going to abuse. Alright, question. Has anyone tested to see if you can outrun a wolf with an active stim? No, you can't. I have tested this. Except I didn't use a stim. I just set sprint to maximum. Or through a doohickey, so you never run out of sprint. And so... no, you cannot outrun a wolf. Well, you can if you're going downhill. If you don't manage to sprain yourself while sprinting down a hill, you can outrun a wolf. Due to the speed of going down hills. Wolves run at a constant speed when chasing you. which when you're sprinting is just enough to catch up with you over a distance. But if you run downhill, it increases your speed relative, and so their speed changes. But if you don't have a hill to run down, it's just a level surface or uphill, no, they'll still eventually catch you. Anyway, that's all I have time for this stream tonight. I thank you all for joining me, because this has been a lot of fun so far. We're only at 4 days and 6 hours. I believe if we push hardcore and ignore fatigue and sleeping, we could probably make it all the way to Desolation Point in the next day or 2. But that's just my hope. We'll wait and find out. Anyway, I've been Lonelywolf. I thank you all for coming. This has been enjoyable for me. I hope it's been enjoyable for you. We'll do this again next week, I think. At that point, stay safe, stay warm out there. Thank you, demons, and thank you, Angel. Until next time, bye!